getting kind of tired now.
Who, you?
Yeah.
What the fuck did you do?
Nothing. I was just chilling here waiting. Um, yeah, and I was watching The Mandalorian with my friend.
Bro, it was so stupid, man. Just so stupid. So very stupid. God, it was so dumb. I get there and there's like traffic all over the fucking place. Like not regular traffic, but like um the traffic that was there was basically like I couldn't, it was all because they had one lane, we all had to follow it, and and then my ticket, right? It got sun like bleached, so it wouldn't work in the ticket machine. So it was like a shit show, man. And the plane kept going in circles and shit. It was annoying. Either way, welcome to the PlayStation culture. We have a few topics to talk about here. I just wanted to let you guys know. We are going to be talking about Sony and how they're for the gamers. That's one topic. The other one is really how the Dualsense is changing the game, a complete game changer, and implications of. I'm about to say Thor Ragnarok. I had to stop myself from saying it. Who's echoing? Yo, Jeremy.
I'll turn my TV down.
God of War Ragnarok. It's still echoing. It's not the TV. It's your mic. All right, testing. All right, cool. It's good now. It's good. All right. And then God of War Ragnarok and how that is a PlayStation 5. Could it be a PlayStation 5 exclusive? We need to figure this shit out. Without further ado, before I even say what happened with me, oh boy, let me ask you, Ken the Dishonorable, what has been going on with you? I know we tried to do a podcast yesterday, and that shit did not work. It didn't work out at the hotel like at all. So that was like super annoying, but whatever. What's been going on? You just been
Just it's been chilling, man. Hanging out. I mean, like I said, I was watching The Mandalorian here with my friend, man. Um, as far as gaming, yeah, pretty much the same shit as yesterday, man.
I hear
Just a
somebody's
little
P.
bit of
I'm sorry. I hear somebody's PS4 going crazy. Oh yeah, you better mute
yeah. I mean, as
it.
far as far as gaming, man, just same shit as yesterday, man. Returnal, playing a little bit of Returnal.
Nigga, you ain't playing no
I've
Returnal,
actually
man.
been playing.
Lying.
You said what?
Playing no damn
Dude, I'm
Returnal.
playing it last night.
I
Liar.
was playing it. I was playing a little bit of it, man. But I like I said last night, man. I've been playing a little bit of The Last of Us Part Two again, and
I'm
um
sorry, go on.
yeah, that's pretty.
Mm.
Oh man, yeah, I was doing another playthrough of The Last of Us Part Two. Um, but yeah, that's pretty much it, man. In
Mm.
terms of
Where's
gaming.
my
So.
tissue? I'm sorry. Threw up a little bit.
Well,
Delicious.
um,
I will say though, man, game is glorious with that 60 FPS, man. Oof, beautiful.
Devil Shooter, what's going on with you? What have you been doing
Rest
lately?
my case.
Hello, Devil Shooter.
Just giving you
Hello.
a cold shoulder.
No, he's trying to walk away. What did he say his name was last time? He said it was Austin. What was it? Ashton?
I think it was
Austin?
Austin.
Austin?
No,
I thought he said
yeah, I think it was Austin.
that was Devil Shooter. I thought it was Austin.
What did I call him? Dustin? Dustin?
Justin, I think that's what you call him.
Some shit. And it's really Austin. Okay, cool. Well, he's not. He's indisposed right now. He's probably vomiting too from The Last of Us. Um, what about you, Jeremy? What have you been doing?
Playing Mass Effect.
Still? Did you beat it? Did you beat the second one? Or
I beat one. I'm. They're long games. They're like 50, 60 hour game.
All right,
Well,
so
the way I play them. I'm probably like 24 hours into two.
Okay. Okay. For me, I
But
wasn't able to play shit at all. I actually took my PS5 and I hid it somewhere because I'm in an apartment complex and I was afraid that if maintenance waltzed their ass up in this bitch, they were going to steal that shit and then I would have to go through a whole thing. The same thing with the hotel. I was afraid that if I brought my PlayStation 5 to the
the
hotel,
fucking cleaning lady was taking that home back to Mexico.
man, whoa, she's from Spain. So I was afraid that they were gonna come and clean out. Housekeeping, give me it. I want it. But other than that, I've been
No.
no. What I tell you again, Ken?
What?
You like what you say? Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You gonna grab it?
No. No.
I kind of find it. Oh God, inside joke. All right, let's get down to these topics. So out of the three here, we have either Sony knowing their gamers, the Dualsense, or God of War Ragnarok. What do you guys want to talk about?
We can go down the list, man.
Sony
Start with the
or for the gamers? Ken, this was your specific subject. Not saying that I don't know, or I don't, if you could just kind of like lead the conversation a little bit. I'm trying to figure out what's going on with this. You said a little bit of it, but
You
trying
just
to
walked
go
through the
home.
door, didn't you?
Basically, you rolled right up in this bitch.
um,
Devil Shooter, welcome. Austin, right?
Yeah. Yeah, Austin.
Yo, so what, before you go
Hey guys,
on,
how you doing?
what have you been playing lately? It can't be The Last of Us because your PlayStation
Persona.
would have just shut off. So what have you been playing?
Persona 5 Royal.
Okay, that's light. Light on the PS4.
Yeah.
You gotta.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like a chat engine right now, does it?
No, it does, but
Yeah, it does.
we can manage. It's okay.
Persona 5 Royal is an awesome game. I can get behind that.
I haven't really played
2
any.
days, SMT 3 Nocturne's coming out. Can't wait to get that.
Okay.
And yeah. Josh is in the man
What are you
of
gonna say, Josh?
culture.
Shut up.
He
You know
has to
what?
play
You know
that.
what's not.
Where-
you know
where
what's
you-
not culture.
Don't even say it.
What were you gonna say, Devil?
Don't tell me that you said that Persona 5 wasn't gonna be your cup of tea. Was that what you were about to say?
No, I haven't played it. I wouldn't even know if it was
Oh.
my cup of tea or not. I have to play it
You
first.
need to play it.
It was something that I wasn't like. I've
Oh.
seen it and I've heard some things about it, like how linear it is, and I'm not really a big fan of it, but I'm willing to give it a try. I'm just waiting for it to go on Game Pass, so I don't have to waste my money. Ooh,
It's in the PlayStation Collection, the regular one.
and ooh,
Yeah, you can get it right now, Josh. It's already on PS.
it's in the
You can
collection.
get it on PS Plus. Yep,
Oh,
you can
Yeah,
get
it's
it
in the
right now.
PlayStation Plus collection.
That's cute. Okay, Sony, I see what you're doing there. Anyway, lead the way, Kendra Dishonorable. We are talking about, by the way, Devil Shooter. If you haven't heard, PlayStation or Sony, knowing their gamers, they know exactly what we want. They know how to take their middle finger and tickle the llama bean that's in your butthole. Just, they know it. They absolutely know exactly what we want. So, and it's erotic, really. Go on, Ken.
Tickle that lima bean.
All right, go on, please.
So,
I actually wait. Sorry. So I went to a strip club. I don't like strip clubs, and it's a waste of money. But I went to a strip club and shit like that, right? And that's all you heard is girls faking it. Like these pants, if you can see this here, that's why I wore it to the strip club. I washed it, obviously. And these shits are too damn thin for some bitch that's naked to be sitting on your fucking lap. I had to leave. But anyway, all you heard is, huh? But go on, please.
I mean, were they hot though? At least.
Oh yeah, they were all white though. All of
I
them.
mean, that's what you like.
I do. I mean, but shit, every now and again, I like to eat a fucking yellow Skittle. Shit. Not the best one, but
What about some black licorice, man?
I'll do that sometime. When I want to be sadistic.
You lying.
When I want to, excuse me, when I want to be masochistic. That's the word.
Lying.
I do eat black
Lioness.
licorice. Shut your ass up. Please continue. And while you continue, let me go get some water.
You hate
So
water.
I know, right? So basically, with this topic, Sony knows they're gamers. I just kind of wanted to highlight a little bit, some of the things that Sony's been doing. I feel like some of it's been kind of going under the radar, or people are just.
why you sound like you're doing a progress or a book report?
What,
I just want to tell you guys that um I worked so hard. All right, go on,
no,
please.
man. I mean, no. Like, I wanna highlight, like some of what Sony's been doing, man. Um, because I really do feel like they know they're gamers, man. Like legit. Um, and I feel like a lot of the stuff that they've been doing has kind of been not really. I won't say flying under the radar, but just I feel like people are underappreciating it. To be honest, you know what I mean?
Until it's gone, and then
Um,
when it's gone, then
Because
they
it's
be
not
like,
on Game Pass.
they be like, oh.
yeah, yeah. It's not on Game Pass. It's trash.
Yes.
But yeah, man. I
Yeah,
mean,
that.
just. I mean, it's just a lot, really, to be honest with you. I mean,
But nigga,
not
get
only just
started.
from the fact that Sony's been pretty much releasing the games that we like and the stuff that they know that we like. You know what I mean? Obviously the AAA exclusive games and stuff like that. Um, to them also, giving us like free updates for the games that we play or have played on the PS4. Um, you know, and the reason why I wanted to bring that up was because obviously I'm pretty sure most of
Hey, Devil Shooter, if you could just mute your mic. Oh,
Oh, I'm sorry. My bad.
yeah, I'm pretty sure at this point everybody pretty much knows that The Last of Us Part 2 got an FPS boost,
mhm.
and I believe it was a resolution update as well.
No,
Uh,
it's been told. It's been said it wasn't.
oh no, resolution update. Okay,
No,
so just
I'm thinking something else is going on with it because all of the 60 frames per second boosts all look better visually, but apparently the pixel count is the same. I don't know how that's unless the backwards compatibility has some sort of
Yeah, especially Days Gone, man.
and
That
it
game
looked
looks wholly
it
different.
looked better, and they kept saying it
It
was
looks way
checkerboarded.
better.
So I don't
Maybe
Sure,
their
know.
looks better,
checkerboarding,
too.
maybe their checkerboarding now is on a higher level.
Yeah, but what do
It's
you call
really, it
it?
was really old. I mean, that's
No, I
when they
know
first
that,
started doing that. It's 5 years old.
but
They're upscaling techniques.
no, they're not upscaling this one either. Well, the checkerboard rendering is definitely Days Gone, but The Last of Us Part 2 isn't doing any checkerboarding at all. So I don't know what's going on with
That's
that.
hard to tell with that game
Even
because it looks so damn good.
even well, no, you can still see that as 1440p because I've seen it with what do you call it, Shadow of the Colossus. So there's that, and what's the other one? Ghost of Tsushima looked better too. But that's also using some sort of reconstructing technique, so it's hard to see what's going on. Ken, what's one point that you have to make with this Sony non-gamers? What's one thing that proves your point?
So I think just to like this whole thing with the FPS boost, there were a lot of people that were kind of like sort of like down on Sony, basically saying that Sony they don't really care much for kind of like keeping alive the games that they've had before, especially being that whatever. And I know it's not an Xbox, but Xbox has that boost mode and
So
stuff
you're
like that,
telling
right?
me that they
Um,
specifically picked these games about 60 frames per second, and you think that that's Sony knowing their demographic? Why not more games like Horizon?
I think they're actually going to be working on Horizon, as a
You
matter of
think
fact.
though?
I don't
But
know.
I
I don't.
personally want it, and I don't have it. But
Yeah, you
we
I wanted to.
we
Aloy
somehow
fanboy.
got the Last of Us Part 2.
I mean, it was only the most awarded game of last generation,
Yeah, I'm
and it
sure.
won Game of the Year 2020. So I mean, I can't think of any other reason I mean, why would
I
they want
wonder
to?
how much
Why would they want to
Asian.
remaster
I
that?
wonder how much Asian dick Neil Druckmann sucked for that one. But what else? Because I don't think that's valid, personally. That's not valid.
No,
The 60 frames a second to me isn't valid because they should really have rolled out a whole bunch of shit, not just a few games.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know like why they haven't gotten some of their older games, but I mean, it was nice to see that that at least they were listening with some of these games. You know what I mean?
They weren't
Like,
listening hard enough because where is it? Where's
Seems
Horizon?
like the priority's going for things that are a little more relevant, like
yeah, like
stuff that
Ghost of
wasn't stuff
Tsushima.
that's not that old, or stuff like Ratchet and Clank. They got a new one coming out, so they get people interested in that again.
I was gonna say, Jeremy, you watch your damn mouth. Talking about relevancy.
No, well, like when Horizon get close, they put a launch date or something like that 2 months before. You might see that. I hope so, because I'm gonna play it
So
through
you're
regardless.
saying
Again.
you're saying strategic.
Yes, strategically, like they put the priority on games. You know what I mean? Like take time
But
out of
that's
this because this is gonna be, you know,
but
our big
that's just hyping
part of
stuff
our.
that they already have though. That's not really. Well, listen, Ken. I was gonna give you some pushback on that. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have to come better than that with this subject. It can't be just like they just threw a 60 frames per second for a game that you wanted, because I don't want that shit.
No. I mean, it wasn't just that one game. I mean, it was.
I mean, but they
It
don't
was.
have they don't have Horizon. You know what I'm saying? Nor do they have Shadow of the Colossus. You
Yeah,
know,
but whose problem is that though?
Sony's.
You're, I want a patch for Horizon 2, but
I
I
want
mean,
a
I
So
think
do
it's
patch
I.
gonna.
There's no
for.
date on it though. Like maybe when that gets around turning the corner of, we just got one for Ratchet and Clank. Ratchet
I
and
don't
Clank
give
was
a
what,
damn
3 months
about
out?
a date. If they think
I
that
know you
they
want
know,
it today, yesterday, last year, 6 years ago.
if
But
this is what
I'm
Ken is
just saying
saying,
you
Ken
might
is
get
saying
it.
this. Ken is saying this. He's
You
saying
just wanna.
he's
You just
saying
wanna.
if Sony, he's saying that
Yo,
Sony
hold on.
knows all of us and that they're
Jo-
killing it. Where's the fucking
Josh,
updates?
you just want to lick
Where's
Aloy's
Josh's
toes. That's
update?
all it is.
Fuck everybody else.
You said a what?
I said you just want to lick Aloy's toes. That's all it is.
Oh no, I'm not a toe guy, man. I'm a
Feeding.
my clit dude, really. But no, but seriously,
You want to see that fiery red hair and beautiful 4K, don't you?
I want to see that fiery red landing strip. I'm sure she leaves a patch there. But no, what is the other things that Sony supposedly knows? You're gonna have to come back. Let me let Devil Shooter get in this. I think he's vacuuming right now.
No,
No.
I mean most of where I was coming from with this, man, was that a lot of people were talking about that Sony didn't really like back some of their other games. You know what I mean?
And they
With the
haven't
FPS
though.
boost.
But they haven't.
And they haven't, but I think
You can come better than that.
no, I mean I think some of those other games are coming, man. I really do. I don't know if they have like what specifically they have planned,
That is
but
one.
it was nice.
That's
It
one
was
facet.
nice. It was nice to see that that they gave us free updates, for some of the games,
So
for some of these
Microsoft,
games, like,
Microsoft did it too. 100 games, I believe.
they did,
Mm.
they did,
Mm.
and honestly, I
Theirs
wish
takes
that,
a lot less work too.
yeah. But
It
you know
takes
what,
a
man?
lot.
I believe that
But it's
they're
more.
I mean, a lot of their messaging is centered around backwards compatibility and older stuff, man. So I mean, it makes sense that they put a lot of emphasis on trying to do like FPS.
They have a whole
boosts and
back
stuff like that.
compat team.
So
I think they started making their
me,
games
sell
that
me,
were easy to unlock,
sell
like
me.
planning this with the Xbox One X.
So sell me because Biomutant came out.
Hey, look, Jim Ryan, if you're watching this,
He's not.
a remaster Horizon, so Josh will be happy,
No,
and
I
he
already
can see
know.
that
I don't
fiery
know.
red hair.
I don't know.
and
Guerrilla
beautiful
Games
4K.
look like they have a problem with brown people. I'm gonna need them to correct that real soon, or else I'm going to Twitter and I'm gonna say that there's a problem. I'm gonna be one of those people, and I'm black. So, just saying.
Nah, man. Oh,
What happened
shit.
to Jeremy?
Looks
He
like
fell
nothing.
out.
I think he dropped out. But yeah, I mean, aside from that, man, I mean, obviously,
Yeah,
they're
aside
not.
from that, because they're not. That's not valid. Every single PlayStation 4 exclusive should have been fucking 60 frames per second by now.
Hey man,
Period.
I don't know. I don't know what their plans are with some of the stuff, but
So
um,
what about the other
but
things that Sony supposedly knows? Because that ain't it.
so so the other thing that I was thinking of, is just some of their
Umar, what's
messaging.
going on, man?
You know what I mean? Like some of the messaging when it comes to like kind of putting. I think they knew that a lot of people were kind of like, especially over the last couple of months, just kind of down on PlayStation for certain things, and they just kind of came out and, kind of eased the minds of people and stuff like that. They even came out and, they were talking about all of the not all of the games, but just some of the games that they had in development that they were working on new IP and stuff like that.
You know what? I'm
And
sorry.
they
I'm
were even
sorry.
talking about
Let me interject.
what's
I'm
up.
sorry. I have to. I have to. I have to. If you're gonna make us, if you're gonna want to talk about how Sony knows us, and then you're giving what they're about to do, and we have no proof of this, because they said that they were going to be a, what was it, a Ulo or some shit like that, streaming service or streaming where you can a video chat with the PS4, and it never came to be.
So you think they're bullshit when they say they have 25 games in development and third-party games as well
No, but it's
for the
fluffing.
platform?
It's like fluffing it up. It's like me
Well,
telling it. Hold on, it's like me telling a chick that I have a 10-inch dick. But really, it's 8.5 on a good day. You know what I'm saying? And hopefully, she doesn't know. That's what that's like. What I
I
truly believe is going on is that a lot of those titles are indies. A lot of those this until they prove me wrong. A lot of those titles are either indies or like these projects where they're like it's gonna eventually be multi-time exclusives. So until otherwise, I'm gonna need to see some proof that they know the market. I will give you that, because otherwise they wouldn't be selling. So I'm gonna interject here because none of the stuff that you say, unless you can stop me and tell me what have they done so far to let me know that Sony knows exactly what people want, I'm just going to continue. That's how I want to feel. Because none of the stuff that you telling me or anybody is stuff that they actually done yet. Well, a lot of their studios have gotten bigger, and until they show me the
I
proof,
mean, look,
Umar.
look. A lot of what they're saying, or a lot of the rhetoric is around, trying to, make sure that the PS5 is the best, home console. You know what I'm saying? They're focusing on exclusive games. They're building their studios up. You know what I'm saying? They're bringing new hardware, new technology. I mean, they just came out, especially after all of this negative press surrounding PlayStation for the last couple of months to kind of like ease the people's minds, basically saying that, hey, look, we're not doing nothing.
Well, there was no
You know,
press, and people were making assumptions out of nothing, so it wasn't
same
really
difference,
negative.
same fucking difference.
You think so?
People were making their own narratives. So what they did was they came out, they said, hey, look, we're not doing nothing. We're working on 25 games. Hey, and guess what? We got a bunch of third-party deals coming too. And guess what? We got this Ratchet and Clank game coming out. And guess what? Look at Returnal. That's just fun as fuck,
So,
right?
so
So
you gonna let everybody else talk about this subject, or
yeah, go ahead. No, go ahead.
okay? So this subject is about how Sony is such a massive player, a massive, massive player in the gaming industry. Take Sony and make them disappear, just, just gone. What will we be left with?
You're hungry
Game
people.
Game Pass.
And we really can't even say Game
Nintendo.
Pass either, because really, to be honest with you, Microsoft has to pay a shit ton of money for Game Pass games to be on there. They can't I don't care how much money you have, you can't continuously do that. Number one. And some people don't want to do it. The money that Microsoft is giving, let's say they give, I'll give you $100 million to put this on Game Pass day one, right? They're still gonna lose a lot of fucking money should it be successful, when getting a huge cut of that money from $60-$70. But what you'll get,
They could tell you what it's worth to them.
what you
Like,
can,
you would have
well,
no say if
what you
Sony
can
wasn't there.
get, what I'm gonna say this, and then Jeremy, I'll let you go. What you're going to get, and then Devil Shooter, because we have to go on to the second subject. What you can get, right? What you're going to get is the same games from Nintendo, right? Nintendo doesn't push any boundaries at all in terms of graphics. So that's like us still watching 480p DVDs. That's how Nintendo does it. It's a great movie, but it's just blurry as shit. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's not even a great movie. It's just more of the same. So you'll get that. And what Microsoft is going to do is anything to suck you dry financially. Whether it's fucking Xbox Live, some kind of monetary recurring theme, right? That's what's that recurring debit out of your fucking account. That's how they work. That's how they work. And what they want you to do is that's why they wanted you to play multiplayer games. That's why they wanted you to do that, because
That's why they got into gaming.
That's why they consistently wanted you to pay for live. They made all these multiplayer games so you can pay them to make it online.
They don't like to make money off of one.
No, they want you to continue.
One thing. They want you to keep.
I'm gonna give you your turn. I'm gonna give you your turn.
Okay.
They want you to continuously pay. And the quality they don't necessarily care about, so long as it keeps you interested. Now, when you stop being interested, like Halo or Gears of War, and they'll drop that shit like a hot potato. Be done with it. So, what did Sony bring to the table? Innovation. The Dualsense is immaculate. What a perfect utility.
Wait,
utensil. The Dualsense.
Oh, the DualSense.
Perfect. And we'll talk about that soon. So you got that shit going on. They deliberately focused on a new paradigm of making games. They know that there's a limitation on games in terms of graphics. They asked all of the developers, along with being developers themselves, to see what is the bottleneck, what's causing games to be stagnant. And then they figured out, well, it takes time to load things. So the developers need to construct the world so it can carefully load into the memory. You have to design the level around the limitations of the hardware. Now they took that away. You do whatever the fuck you want at this point in time. You know what I mean? Not only that, but they're giving developers ways to express themselves without these type of financial limitations, i.e. Returnal. Returnal, if Housemarque continued what they were doing, they would be bankrupt, or they would go to cell phones. But they wanted to elevate themselves and be in a AAA market and made the game that they made. No, it's not completely AAA, I will say. But it's like AA and a half. I'll put it that way.
AA and a half.
So it's one of those games. It's not quite, but it's close. It's close. And it's expected. So you get innovation, period. That's what Sony is pushing. And they know how to tickle your lima bean in your butthole, which is graphics. They know that people care about graphics. And so they push that narrative. Whether it's not, they're not even focused on 60 frames per second like that. But they want you to be visually arrested by making a Ratchet and Clank game look the way that it fucking does, or The Last of Us look the way that it does, or Horizon, or God of War. All of those games are eye-staringly beautiful. Kim was playing it yesterday. He was like, "My God, that game is old." Oh my God, it's like 4 years old. Before I let you go, Jeremy, Devil Shooter, what's your take on what Sony brings to the table and how they know they're gamers?
Oh, I'll let him go first.
Okay, Jeremy.
Okay, fine. I'm sorry.
Look, I was gonna play off of you, but I forgot what we were talking about at that point.
I don't know. You kept cutting me off, so.
I don't know.
Okay, I'll say I have no doubts that Sony's going to bring the games. They've done this every single generation. In fact, this generation, they've been on more of a roll because we got games right out of the gate, as opposed to other generations where we had to wait for games to roll out. But yeah, I all this doubt about, like, my only doubt about Sony, and you know this, Josh, is bringing their games to PC. That's my only doubt. Other than that, I have no doubts that they're gonna make great games. In the whole 25 games exclusive, I I want to ask how many of those games are actually exclusive. Because
Well,
if they're on PC, they're not exclusive. Case closed, they're not. But I want to know how many are actually exclusive, and I want to know how many are like bigger budget. Not to say I won't play the smaller stuff too. I will, or oh, it depends on
I
what
But you want to
kind of
see
game it is.
how
But
deep they're gonna
I do
go
want to
into it.
see. I do want to see exactly what those games are. But yeah, I never had any doubt. Like when everyone ever was crying, oh, so Sony's going the wrong way. Like I was like, yeah, okay, yeah. As soon as they show off Horizon, you guys will be back on. Like, or not even Horizon, Ratchet and Clank, and that's exactly what happened. So
You see that, Sony? Devil Shooter
yeah,
wants to
I never really had.
Devil Shooter wants to feel what love is. He wanna
Yo, you know
feel
what?
what love
I can
is.
tell. I can probably. I have pretty much a lot of confidence in this statement.
Well, Jeremy
That
having gone.
Yeah, I'm gonna let him go in just a second. I just want to say this really
Damn,
quick. Just
sidelining that nigga. All right, go on.
my bad, Nelson. No, I just wanted to
That's
say
okay. I
something.
just forget is all.
I just wanted to say, with what Devil Shooter said, whether or not the games are going to be exclusive and stuff. They never explicitly said that all of the games were going to be exclusive. They just said that they were going to that they have 25 games in development.
Oh,
And we
really?
know, yeah, they never
Yeah,
said that. Yeah.
I've been hearing the internet say exclusives.
No, no, no,
So
no.
that's what. Okay, I can get behind a statement
I
like
can,
that.
bro. I can tell you
I
right
can,
now.
I can,
I
yeah.
can tell you right now, more than likely, quite a few of those games are probably going to PC. It is what it is.
Yeah,
I mean, it's just the
Sony
direction.
Yeah,
already.
I expect that. I
Sony
mean,
already.
I'm not one of these people like everything has to be exclusive, but
Sony
like I'm
already
just saying,
has
don't say
Sony already
exclusive
have
if
the
they're not.
Steam. Sony already have the Steam webpage just saying that they're going to have like 44 something's coming out more than that. So just might as well get used to it. You know what I'm saying? It's not even a point of contention.
Oh,
at this point.
I'm used to it.
But like I
Trust me.
said before, the
I-
PlayStation
I've been
5 is designed for you to have a low, because you're gonna pay a lot of money to make it look like a PS5 game. I'll tell you that much. And the alternative is gonna be like, I probably wouldn't do all that. You know what I'm saying? Because again, when a PS6 comes out, then it's gonna be better than a lot of the computers out there. You did bring up something interesting though. Before we move on to the next subject.
We didn't even let Nelson.
No.
get his,
I'm gonna let him
comment.
go, and I want to because I'm gonna ask Nelson something because he usually answers in like 3 words, but this will be provocative enough for Jeremy, right?
I already forgot what I was gonna say. So
That's why I'm saying this. Someone said that the only reason why the PS5 is successful is because of the PS4. What do you guys say
man.
about that?
Oh, I saw that, yo.
I
gonna let
think
you guys
I
go.
say
No.
the PS3
Jeremy.
I say the PS3. Okay, sorry.
He hasn't gone.
I think that's funny because like they've been consistent for what 11 years now, 12 years. They've been just dropping the hammer, other than maybe a year here or there.
Yo, Josh, you
Their
cannot
studios
make
have
that
proven
statement.
themselves.
Bro, you cannot make that statement and me not say something about it, yo. But go ahead, Nelson.
No, because I
No, that's about all I gotta say.
Damn,
Their
man,
studios have fucking proven themselves.
Yo, wait. What did Victor Sullivan said? You must be a real hit with the ladies.
Sure.
Never had any
I don't know.
complaints.
You always say something that I can play off of, and then I forget by the time.
So I'll let you jump in from now on. I won't be such a stickler. Ken, what you gotta say about that?
Obviously, that's a fault.
Obviously, we got our rapists and I'm sorry. I apologize.
Obviously, that is a false statement. And the freaking biggest thing that you could look at, and I know you saw the post that I made and I saw that post, is that the PS3 did not sell after coming off of the PS2.
It did. It fizzled out like in a month.
Yeah.
Everybody
Yeah,
and their moms was against the PS3. They were saying that the economy just collapsed, and these niggas talking about a $600 console. Bitch, you're shoving Wi-Fi down my throat, Sony. You're shoving Blu-ray down my throat. Yeah, let's take down Sony. They just want money. What a greedy corporation. That's what they were doing. And so it died immediately after out the gate.
Yeah, pretty much, man.
Yep.
And it's like, go ahead.
Yo, 360 too was $400, but if you wanted to play HD DVD, that was $200. You're up to $600. How many of you still got HD DVDs you're buying?
My friend picked up an HD DVD, yo. He was so like,
Yeah.
he
How
was like,
useful is that?
he
Right
was like,
now?
oh, this is when it was alive back then. He was like, oh,
That's what I'm saying.
he was
though.
like, they didn't
You're at
force me to
600.
get it. He was like, they didn't force me to get it. I got this add-on. Oh, wait a minute. Let me play this, because back then HD DVDs and Blu-rays, they split the fucking media camp in half. Like there were some movies that you can only get with Blu-ray and vice versa. And he was like killing it. And then eventually, after like a couple of years, it died. But then so did Blu-ray, low key. So, but go on, Ken.
I mean, I think it was pretty telling, man. You know, like when you look back at what happened, the PS2 was literally the best selling home console in history ever. There's no console that sold better than the PS2, you know. And even with that, the PS3 it didn't perform. It just didn't perform. It's as simple as that.
Buck
You know
Rogers.
what I mean?
What's going on, bro?
Yo, what's going on, Buck Roger? Had to turn on Wi-Fi. Yeah, man.
It did.
See-
It died out the gate, basically. I think they gave it a year and then it died, Umar, the HD DVD.
Yeah, and it's funny when I hear people say that, you know, that the PS5 is only surviving off of the PS4's successful generation. Obviously that's not true because the PS3 didn't survive off of the success of the PS2, at least not right out the gate.
That was
What Sony had
a steep hill Sony had to climb.
Super
Yeah.
steep. Yeah. And the thing is that like throughout the course of the PS3, the life of the PS3, you know, Sony straightened up, you know what I mean? They fixed their hardware. They got the cost of the hardware down, you know, obviously by taking out some of the backwards compatible components and stuff like that.
I find that funny.
Yeah, I know. I know.
Pause real quick. Yo, Buck Roger. Yo, I appreciate you joining in. I really do appreciate it. We got a giveaway. Is it closed already? Are we done with the giveaway for Ratchet and Clank, or is it still going?
No, the giveaway is going to be is still going on for a couple of weeks.
Okay,
In
so
the Discord.
so Buck Rogers, on the channel, click onto the Discord, or go to About and then click on the Discord, and just be active. That's all you really need to do, and we'll literally give you Ratchet and Clank if you have we'll give it to you. If you don't have it, you'll have the money and shit like that. Yeah. So I want to tell you, I am very foul mouthed, just to let you know. I don't insult people, but the shit that I say is extra wild. So just be prepared for it. But I still want to let you be able to win that Ratchet and Clank. So we do talk a lot about games. It's a pretty fun atmosphere, man. So if you want to join the Discord and shit like that, for your chance to win a Ratchet and Clank, we be giving it out. Me and my boy Ken the Dishonorable. But go on, please. I just want to say that before I forget.
No, I obviously I think that, you know, Sony earned their position. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, throughout the life of the PS3, they came out with games. The PS4, they did the same shit. It obviously was slow at the beginning, but they earned their position. They earned the market share that they can't be more wild than King Thrash.
Oh boy. All right, go on. Now I'm not even trying to be wild. I'm just naturally fucked up. So I don't say anything. I mean, I just say some wild shit, man. I'm kind of off the handle. But I'll be speaking some truthful shit though, like what you hear now. Go on, please. Before we have to go to the next subject, man.
Yeah, he loves Aloy's fiery red hair. You saw it. You probably saw him get passionate about that.
See, what he is stating is that I like her fiery red hair. My exact statements was that Aloy from Horizon Zero Dawn, I guarantee you that bitch has a fucking fiery red landing strip. I guarantee you she keeps that shit well clipped and with a nice little strip, landing strips. Are you done with your monologue?
Yeah, that's pretty much it, man. I mean, they earned their position. I mean, the console is doing well because they have great games, and the console is great too, as well as the technology and stuff.
It does, man. It has some spice to it. So, but I'm actually like that. I'm not forcing myself to do it. You're gonna hear some wild shit. So that being said, my take on that whole statement is that steep hill that Sony had to climb. I mean, they've always been on point. PS1, they made sure they told developers, nigga, do not make no 2D games. We did not invest all this shit for you to make a 2D game like Saturn. Make 3D games, and that was their prerequisite for PS1. And they said, "Oh, Nintendo didn't let you make Resident Evil? Oh, word? Oh, you can make it over here. You good? Oh, word? You want to do that too? Oh, you want to make an adult game? Oh, yeah, you can bring that over there too. You, Tomb Raider,
They
big
could do
titties,
it cheaper too.
bring that over here, and it's cheaper. You over here. Oh, you want to make that too? You. That's what they did. So they kept it on point.
You want to make triangle titties with Tomb Raider?
So they
Bring that over here.
improved the shit out of that. No, because Mark Sony came down. He was hey, oh, wait a minute. What's this? We can't have blocky titties. We need it round for everyone. So that's what he was. Nigga was pissed. So Tomb Raider 2 and onwards had to be rounded. But honestly, Tomb Raider 1 was a port. So the Saturn wasn't able to do all those polygons. Either way, PS2, they deliberately made that console what it was, right? What is it? What do you call it? Dual sticks, vibration, pressure sensitive buttons. Y'all forgot about that shit. Not only that, but they had the emotion engine and shit like that. That console was doing things it shouldn't have. It was way ahead of what it was supposed to be doing. Even though it was one of the weakest consoles, it was way ahead. I mean, I could talk about the specifics, but no. The same, maybe some other podcast. And then they made a PS3, made sure you had mad information, because basically with the PS2, games were streaming off of the disc, and they tried to do the same type of situation there. They made sure that there was a hard drive in every PlayStation 3. They made sure that the Wi-Fi was built in. They made sure that it had all this crazy shit, man. Like, they really killed it. So by the time...
Blu-ray players were $500 to $1,000 back then, too.
Blu-ray players were $1,000, not $500. It was a fucking grand minimum. I remember that shit like it was yesterday.
PS3
I remember it was the cheapest Blu-ray player you could get.
Advertisement.
Yeah.
It was. It really was.
And it was like top of the line, right?
Most of the shit that the PlayStation 3 was it's still to this day like one of the top of the line entertainment devices. When all the media was shitting on Sony had no choice, because they were still acquiring studios just in case. They had to they made some of the most ridiculously innovative things. They created PlayStation Plus games. They ushered in cloud saving. People forgot about that shit. They ushered in cinema-like graphics with vector-controlled motion blur, per pixel vector-controlled motion blur, where it counts how fast the pixels is going to make for a more realistic motion blur. The morphological anti-aliasing to make sure that it was no jaggies. The multiplayer that they ushered in wasn't your typical multiplayer shit. I mean, like, they had a game that had 256 players at once using 512 megabytes. Come the fuck on, man.
Yeah, PS Home
PlayStation
was dope,
Home. Like, I think the PS3 marketing was better than all of them, to be perfectly honest with you, because they turned that whole ship around. Then they had PS4 and did everything. Yo, was good, Logical. Yo, and did when the PS4 came out, they were like, we're not going to sit on our laurels. What we are going to do, though, is that we were going to create a new controller to make it fresh, right? We're going to make sure that the operating system is built in and have like a social media aspect. We're going to make sure that the games that you know and love back then, we're going to make sure that everybody fucking knows the quality that we put out. It may not be as many, but now we know what the market likes off of all of the experimentation that they've done with the PlayStation, 3. There's a lot of games that failed, and then some of them were successful. But with all that knowledge, they implemented that with the PlayStation 4, and they realized a lot of y'all niggas like cinematic games. The Last of Us really did well. Killzone didn't really do well, but the graphics were there, so it really meant something. Anything that was cinematic, everyone seemingly liked, and they took that and ran with it, and that's what was the success for PS4. Now PS5 was successful. Some of it was there. I need them themes. Yeah, I know, right? But I don't know how they're going to do that with the advertisements. But the PS5.
Yo, Logical, I am right there with you, yo.
The PS5, the situation with PS5 is that people are waiting for the stuff that they are, that they experienced with PS4, but they created the Dualsense. No loading times. I think y'all guys need to turn on your PlayStation 4 to see what the difference is. When I play Returnal, and I die immediately, is back. When I play fucking what do you call that game again? Miles Morales, and there really isn't a loading time, like shit like that, bonkers. And
yo, I'm gonna tell you, Josh, man. I actually did go back to play on the PS4, and it's a night and day difference. Night and day difference. Even like some of the backwards compatible games, they still have to utilize the loading. It's a little bit better for some of them, but it's still there.
It's a lot. It's a lot. It's heavy loading, and this is going to be the perfect segue. And I'm gonna say it is logical. To close out this subject, right? The DualSense, right? Not DualSense. I'm sorry. To close out this, to close out the Sony knows their gamers. I have a sneaky suspicion because notice how Sony moves. Sony, I'm still on PS4, but I'm having a blast. I like those faces. It's funny. Notice the PlayStation 4, and it's hot as shit in there. It's like 90 degrees.
PS4 is a great console, man.
If you peep what they've been doing, Sony has been growing with their fan base. They took you from the angsty games to more serious games with the PS3. And then they looked at how Netflix was running. And then they made more cinematic games. To be honest with you, we are getting older. Cinematic games are a godsend for the older. For the elderly. You know what I'm saying? Our senses are just not on point like they used to. But it gives us an ability to play. I think they know that. They're growing with us. You know what I mean? So they do, in essence, know that the cinematic experience is big and will get eaten up.
I want to say something really quick about that too, man.
Damn, we gonna ever go to the second subject ever?
Let me just say this one last thing, real quick. So obviously, Sony, they're going to be doing some more multiplayer stuff too, right? Because that's been a pretty big, I guess, criticism for the PlayStation. I think honestly they're going to kind of bridge it. You know what I'm saying? Because I think they know that for the most part, their gamers, us, whatever, as their consumers, their fans, we like cinematic stuff. You know what I'm saying? And I think when it comes to the multiplayer stuff, they're going to try and implement that as well. Some of that cinematic, flair, get all of that shit in there too. But that's all I wanted to say.
Yeah, they're definitely going to work on. I have a sneaky suspicion Returnal is going to have a multiplayer element. Honestly,
it does have a multiplayer element.
I think they're going to have a co-op element. I think low key because they said they're still making some DLC. But anyway, we have to go to the next subject. Either way, the DualSense is a game changer. Game changer. I will lead this one, right? I was playing Returnal. And I mean, I know good sound is really good because Returnal sound effects are the sound design is out of this world. No pun intended, right? But the DualSense though, see, Buck, you haven't played it. You haven't played the DualSense, man. I mean, the type of touch sensory that goes on with the DualSense is like. Yeah, I know. The whole industry would collapse without Sony. Yeah. That's
Logical. Imagine the whole gaming industry without PlayStation, yo.
It would collapse for sure. It would be another because there's too many greedy people that don't really give a fuck. Nintendo will kind of have
games on a console.
Nintendo will be buoyant, but there's that. But let me explain this though. So I'm playing Returnal, right? And I don't know if you. I mean, I'll tell you guys something personal about myself, right? Yeah, try to play games without the DualSense. Yo, it is whack. So I'm sitting there Indian
Well,
style. This is something
yo,
about.
Josh,
Yes, what's up, man?
small dick confirmed.
Who? Huh?
You said you were gonna tell us something personal about yourself. Small dick confirmed.
Oh no, it's about my penis. It is. So, um, so I'm sitting there. I'm playing Returnal. I sit Indian style when I play my games, just like I did when I was like 13. I'm 36, right? So I'm sitting there. Naturally, my hands is in my lap, right? So I'm playing Returnal, and I was playing that game for about maybe like an hour, right? And then I had to take a piss, right? So I put the controller down. I was like, what the fuck, did I pee on myself? And then I looked. I said, is that pre-cum? That's what this controller be doing? Word. This game made me feel like dad. Or maybe it's probably Celine's ass. That's what it is. But
It's probably a little bit of both.
A little bit of both. A little bit both mixtures in it. But honestly, there's developers that are really, I don't know if it was Mass Effect, but I think it was they have the Dualsense. It works with the PC. Yo, huh? He said, yo, huh? Yo, so I think Mass Effect is on PC, right? And now it was either a Call of Duty game. And they just added the Rumble. And now you can use the DualSense for that. Now that sounds negative for PlayStation fans, right? The dirt when you in the second biome, yo, and like the Martian fucking dirt is under the where the fucking the ass cup is. It collects. I can't.
It sounds like Aloy has a run for her money, yo.
No, well, I don't know. They different types of pussy. You know what I'm saying? They different types. Celine is definitely more experienced. Yo, why? It's funny too. Why does Celine be just picking up shit and don't even know what it is? Like, why you just picking up shit and putting it on you? He said, "Let me have it. I ain't mad." Celine be picking up shit foreign. What is this? It seems like it's phallic in nature. It's calling me to stick it in my pussy, putting it in my inventory right now. And I'm like, what the fuck? You don't even know what it is. You just sticking things in places. I don't know. Aloy, dude, how dare you? No, she ain't. She is kind of masculine though. Sony needs to chill from that masculine chick shit syndrome. But no, but it's good that more developers are embracing the DualSense. It's not even just the vibration. It's the haptic feedback, which the only person that has it or a company that has it is Nintendo. And then people are doing using new ways to make the DualSense sing. Pointing. Watch. I'm telling you, Buck. Look at the previews for fucking Returnal, yo. She just stick things on her. It with tentacles. It looks like it should go inside.
He sticks things on her and in her. Oh.
Yeah. Tentacles are coming out. Let me place it in pelvis. Immediately placed it into my inventory. Like, bitch, what is it? What is it exactly? You don't even know what it is. You need more field research before you start sticking that shit on your arms and legs and shit. No, but Returnal actually has a very innovative way of using. So with Ratchet and Clank, it has a very innovative way. So basically, it's two functions. So if you just press it halfway and it stops the triggers from going all the way down, you can use it as a regular regular shooting, and then you press it further and it's alt fire. So I've seen it through the snipers on Mass Effect have snipe. It's crazy. Either way, since Devil doesn't have it, let me go to Jeremy. What's your take on the DualSense changing it up for everybody?
I love it. It adds a lot to the game. I actually kind of rely on it, especially for like Returnal and shit, to know when certain things are happening, so I have to look at less.
Yeah.
Like, I don't have to look at the HUD and shit as much.
You can feel it.
You know
like
what I mean?
The
game tells me when this or that's ready.
The alt fire
what I
that's
mean?
in the game
Yeah.
has a charge feature, right?
It's good to go.
So if you shoot it, you have to wait for it to charge. But if you press it down by accident, the vibration will get faster and faster and faster, and then it clicks. let you know that it's ready to be used, and you don't need to look at the screen or anything. You can just oh, it's not ready yet. You know it feels that tactile rather.
And actually, you could like not only that, but they also kind of like synchronize the feeling of the controller with the sound as well. So it's very intuitive.
I think one of the coolest things that's really subtle. People keep talking about Spider-Man Miles Morales. You can feel the tug of the web. I don't give a fuck. That shit was so subtle. I didn't give a fuck about it.
It was really subtle, but you know what, man? I went back to play Spider-Man on the PS4, and it actually makes a big difference.
I
I
will
didn't think it
say,
would, but it does.
I will say, control, her pitter pat. You could tell the difference if she's walking on carpet or hardwood floor or concrete. That's how tactile it is.
I noticed that, yeah.
Little things there. Rain, you can feel. They talking about Horizon Forbidden West. When you're walking through grass, you can feel that shit, and you can feel on either fucking. Oh, I forgot to tell you, it's so subtle. So Miles Morales, when he's using the venom, you can feel what side the controller is on because both of the haptic motors are actually the same, but they're so detailed with the vibrations. It could be anything, heavy or soft. I can't wait until Naughty Dog uses the control. You know I don't like Naughty Dog though.
Oh God.
I
Oh
hope, I
God.
hope you know that, right? You be able to
Please.
feel you be able to feel someone's head get bashed in with the Dualsense. That's gonna be
Just
awesome.
getting ready to, I was just getting ready to say, you can feel the end of the golf club bashing somebody's face in.
You can feel the end of said golf club on said person. Devil shooter. What do you? What's your take on this Dualsense? I know. Have you held one in your hand?
No, I haven't. The closest I have is a Switch. Is Switch controllers. How are the Switch Joy-Cons compared to it? Does anybody know?
The Joy-Cons.
Because that's the closest relation I have to it.
The vibration is still tactile on the Joy-Con, but it is like turned up to like 27 on a DualSense. It's extremely strong. Extremely strong.
Oh damn.
I mean, I'm gonna tell you right now, if I was a chick,
You'd be testing it out, wouldn't you?
I would. If I had the same male mindset, I would lay that shit right on my clitoris and play Returnal.
Well,
It ain't crazy like the
think
other
the
ones
Dual-
though. They used to just shake uncontrollably
It's
for
detailed.
no apparent reason.
It's detailed. It's detailed as fuck. I mean, the type of feeling you get from it, I wouldn't be surprised if you would be able to tell, like, if I was a Japanese developer, you'd be able to tell the how soft the titty is. You know what I'm saying with that? I wouldn't be surprised. You know what I mean?
Damn. Okay, I'll say this: like with the PS4, I usually play with Rumble off. The way I hear about DualSense, I might, for the first time in a very long time, I might actually have Rumble, or it's not technically Rumble. You know, the haptic feedback. I might actually have it on once I get my hands on the PS5, and I love the fact that the controller itself, like someone in here was saying, like you don't have to look at the hood. Like I assume, like if an attack is coming to you on your right, the right side of your controller will sensate, right? Like on Returnal.
It does.
I think that's really cool that like the controller itself can actually give you feedback that is more precise than the actual game that you're looking at. Like, I think that's really cool, and I think that's what controllers been needing to do for a while now. And yeah, I can't wait to try it whenever.
Yo, you can literally
Devil
feel.
Shooter is gonna play an old cassette tape of Madonna's "Like a Virgin" while he's playing it. Like a virgin.
Yo, like you could literally feel, like, for example, in Returnal, when you die, when the ship flies by and you do the loop over again, you could feel the vibration of the ship translate through the controller, like from left to right, as the ship is passing the screen. Like, it's insane.
Yeah, you know, because I guess we already
can't wait to try that controller, man.
I guess we already kind of exhausted it because that's what it is. It's a game changer. It really is. One of the best feedbacks I get, and I'm gonna speak on that logical about the fucking the game sounds and the vibration. Um, when Celine jumps from a high cliff and she lands, that rumble is so strong. It's so strong. If you ever see me stream my game, I deliberately jump off of shit and land. It feels like she hit the
Oh
ground
damn.
hard. She's like, boom, yo. I'm like, fucking hell. It's awesome shit.
I
Logical.
feel like
Yeah, go
I
on.
feel like the DualSense is like underappreciated, man. You know what I'm saying? Especially with what they're doing with it. And honestly, man,
It,
one of the things that I like about and I don't really think any of us have really touched on it because we're really talking more like how the controller rumbles and feels and stuff like that. But the adaptive triggers, dude, the triggers feel amazing. I cannot stress it enough. Like it really feels like for example, and I think what you call it, what's that game? Not Sackboy, the other one, Astrobot. Astrobot really kind of showcased what the adaptive triggers can do. Because there's a bow in the game, you could literally like pull the trigger down slowly and feel the tension in the bow. You know what I'm saying? And you could even let it off slowly too and feel the full like arc of the tension of the bow. It's crazy. You know what I'm saying? And they're talking about like how
I'll be on.
yeah, go ahead.
No. You continue. You continue. I'm sorry.
No, man, you can go ahead if you have something to say.
I was just going to say, like, how do you think that will translate to multiplayer games? Because I like to play a lot of multiplayer, and stuff like that will actually distract you.
I
Yeah,
think people do turn it off. I
I
do.
think
I
people
will
turn
say
it off.
that.
Yeah.
Resident
If I'm
Evil 8
playing
uses the way
competitive,
that
I
it does.
probably would.
I think because well, it works in the favor of single player games or co-op. I mean, unless
Yeah.
see if it's a multi-platform game, I feel like you should not have to. Well, you know how everything has to be fucking inclusive. Like you can't just make a decision. It has to be for every fucking body apparently. But
Yeah.
if it was me, I wouldn't give you an option to turn that shit off. I wouldn't. I would honestly be like, yeah, you gonna leave that bitch on because I put mad research in it. Speaking of the research,
I think that would be a mistake.
I know I know because some people have arthritis and shit like that, and you know that narrative. Anyway, haptic motors were actually supposed to be drivers for speakers. That's what the science was about for that. It was supposed to be um it was supposed to be fucking actual speakers. So you can actually take a sound wave and program it into the haptics and it will feel like that sound. So squishy stuff, you can actually simulate that. It's an attenuator, like basically it's like a chamber that uses a magnetic field to move the weight up and down, and it can oscillate at extreme speeds, way faster than a regular rumble, which spins a counterweight. It has a spool up for that shit, and it doesn't take as much power to do.
Is that the dual sense? Is that the technology in the dual sense?
Yeah, and cell phones actually. That's why they are able
Yeah.
to make you feel like you're pressing a button when you're not.
Gotcha. You know, man, I actually wanted to highlight a little bit, and you did touch on it. Just how much like not certain, but third-party developers are starting to use the DualSense as well. Because like earlier when the PS5 first came out, like a lot of people were talking about how it was a gimmick or whatever. Even some of Microsoft studios are actually excited for the DualSense. Like Deathloop, for example. They were talking about like how they were excited to use the technology. Like you could feel the different weapons that you can use in the game. The difference in the weapons you could feel like when you're reloading, when your gun is like almost out of ammo. Like when you're shooting and your gun is almost out of ammo, you could feel like that subtle clicking, and then it's out. It's very intuitive, and even like third-party developers are really starting to like get on board with it, man. And I'm happy to see that, to be honest, because it's a really cool piece of technology.
That it is. That it is. So we have one more topic to talk about for tonight.
I think screen share is underrated too.
Screen share.
Oh, SharePlay? I agree.
or
play is
screen
so
share. I'd
awesome.
rather have that than Switcher or not Switcher, but quick resume any day. Like I've let friends like, hey, you want to play Returnal for an hour? Cool. He's watching my screen playing the game, like halfway across the world.
Yeah,
Yo,
yeah.
Roger,
No one.
yo, dude, I totally agree with you. He said, let's not forget the audio on the PS5, dude. The audio, I'm a big audio person too, man.
Yeah, it's
Um,
awesome.
it's really awesome, and even like for example, with the Ratchet and Clank demo, you can tell that there are some really robust sounds that they were using for some of for some of the parts of the game, like Ratchet's propellers, you know, or even like what's another thing? There was another thing in there, like his boots, like when he's hovering, his hover boots. Like it has a very robust sound, and like I could only imagine like what it would sound like with the Tempest audio headset. So, dude, Buck Roger, I'm right there with you, man.
People don't understand that either. Like you gotta pay for that shit everywhere else, or not even just the Xbox shade. It's just something you gotta pay for 3D audio, and it's funny because Shuhei Yoshida liked one of my comments, and it Returnal it really works for that fucking game, but like it was so crazy. I kept thinking something was in my house, so I would like rip off my headphones, like what the fuck. You know I'm black as shit too, yo. I'm really like, you know what I mean, like.
Reaching for that Glock 20, huh?
I can't wait for a Ghost of Tsushima 2 on that 3D audio, dude. As good as the audio was in that fucking game.
I mean,
Wait,
it's
which
supposed to
one?
be built in.
Imagine like Silent Hill with that audio.
So you.
Does
Oh,
that
I
sound
played
good?
Village with it, and I ain't played it on the Xbox, but the audio in that game is fucking phenomenal.
Imagine. Well, what are you talking about? Ghost of Tsushima. You do realize that it uses the 3D audio, right?
Well, that's probably why. When I played the PS4 version,
Have
it
you played
sounded
it on
phenomenal.
PS5 though?
No, well, a little
Oh,
bit, like half an
well,
hour.
you probably didn't really pay it. It's subtle.
I let a friend play it because he's gonna buy it, but he's the
It's
one that Shaquille. He's in the Discord. I let him play it for a while.
now you know the funny thing is like you know it would be crazy if PT was really a thing. That would be fucking. Oh yeah, that was a rumor too.
Yeah, yeah. I was just
I
saying
want to
that.
see if I
There
want
was
to
a
see if
rumor.
Sony's
That's
really
Silent
doing
Hill.
something.
They took that demo down.
No, I know, but I'm still thinking to myself. I wonder if Sony really making it happen. You know what I'm saying?
Shadows of Japan.
I hope
The
so.
sequel for what? Ghost of Tsushima. Yeah, that'd be pretty dope.
That shit scared the
Shadows of
shit out of
Japan.
me.
Like
I was
that
like,
too.
nope.
Call
Down the
Sony.
street.
Yo, dude, honestly, I really do feel like some of the technology and some of the stuff that Sony's doing is going super unappreciated, man. The 3D audio, the haptics in the
Uh,
controller, and just the
it,
freaking
it's
like
be,
ability for games.
Screen share, like, yo, I'm not sure about this game. Can I check you out, play it for a while, or let me play it? Cool. Like, oh, okay, yeah, I'm gonna buy it. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
share play is like the most underrated feature in my opinion. I
I
love
think-
share
Me
play.
too.
I think it's because it's not everybody has like the best. Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry about that, guys. The best internet. I think that's what's really going on.
I
Like
can
what, Florida hotel internet.
I
Or
can
some some internet companies
I can
in
do
North
it.
Carolina. What you wanna
I
say?
can share play one with my
Never heard
internet.
of
I can share play one way, but I can't share play myself.
But
So
you can receive people.
if
you
at
can't-
least yeah, as long as one person has the good internet, it should be fine for most people.
Yeah, but it's not
'Cause
like
my internet is probably far.
it's not like across the board. That's
What?
the thing. You know what I'm saying?
Well, everything's
Yeah.
always limited by internet too. If streaming anything,
Yeah, that's just why streaming is not catching on like that. But either way, we're going to go into our last topic, and it's probably not going to be a long one because I mean, what do we know about it? Ken, you want to take this over?
So apparently, God of War Ragnarok might be a PS5 exclusive. Let that sink in for a second. It's just a rumor, but it's just some information going around that God of War Ragnarok might actually be a PS5 exclusive. I hope that's the case, to be honest with you. I would love to be honest, if any game that's coming out, that Sony's dropping from their studios that I want to be a PS5 exclusive, it is God of War. Um, like I really want to see the PS5 push that game, or whatever Santa Monica push the hardware for that game. I hope it's true, man. Whether or not I think it's true, I don't know, man. It's kind of hard to say. I mean, my gut feeling is telling me that more than likely, the more logical thing would be that it would release on PS4 as well. But I'm telling you, when I say I would be the happiest person to find out that God of War is a PS5 exclusive, I would be the happiest person.
Somebody was upset about that shit too. On Twitter, they were like, oh, Sony needs to make like just like Horizon Forbidden West, God of War needs it for more people. I'm like, if you don't sit your stupid ass down,
Uh,
shut your ass up, because you can't find a PS5.
even as
Shut
someone,
your ass up.
even as someone who doesn't have a PS5, I want the game to be PS5 only.
That's what I'm
Fuck,
saying.
fuck it
Like,
being
Yeah,
on
because when you do play it, you want the best experience possible.
right,
Because
right.
it's only a matter of time before the PS5s become available anyway. And who knows, by the time they are, the game will probably release. So, I mean, uh,
Basically, yo, I was like, I mean, don't get it. I mean, I like my PS4, but that no, we're done with that generation. You're done. You're done. Now, in terms
Yo,
of what's up,
my bad. It's not for you. It's logical nonsense. He said, don't like speaking about rumors, but he said y'all be down for Souls like FF game, Final Fantasy
they
game.
already
There
have
was
it
a rumor
though.
going
It's
on.
the it's what's that one game again? Made by the
What?
Chinese.
Lost
Yeah, who
Soul
knows? It
Side.
might be a new tactics or something. But I
Yeah,
mean, we
yeah.
really don't know much about
Lo-
it, so it's hard to really touch on anything like that.
No, no, no. I'm talking about the what is it called?
Lo-
Lost Soul
Lost
Side.
Soul Side.
Yeah,
Lost Soul Side.
I think
Oh
that's
yeah,
a.
that
Yeah,
game looks dope.
I think
yeah, that looks pretty
that's
good.
the Souls game. I mean, let me ask you a question, logical. Why do you like the Souls games? I need to figure that out. No, I'm not going to criticize you or anything like that. I'm just legitimately curious. I really am.
Are you questioning my man's like that, man? Why you putting him on the spot like that? Yeah.
On this Spizzot, you already see cross generations doing better on PS5 over 4. That's which, that's a statement there.
I didn't mean to cut you off, man. What were you saying, Josh? I
Uh,
just wanted to address this comment really quick.
no, he's going to answer. He. I think he's typing already.
He said, "Give me 1 sec." You type a comment to say, "Give me 1 sec."
Cause he about to lay it down, man. Either way, Devil Shooter, can you go into more? Can you elaborate a little bit further?
About what?
Uh, God of War being on PS5.
I'm sorry, man. Yeah, I wanted to be on PS5. Like, I wanted to be pushed. I wanted to push the hardware. I mean, it's as simple as that. I I want to see no limitations with it. Put it fully on PS5, and that'd be awesome. Now, are they going to actually do it? I don't know. Like, it. I think COVID could be like a major factor if they're not. Like, if they were planning on making it PS5, COVID could make it PS4. But I hope it is. That's really all I gotta say on it. Like,
So he summed it all up to say that he likes hard boss fights. I like the world and the lore that is not apparent. So you like the what's the word my friend like to use? It's not obscured. What is that word?
Environmental storytelling.
No. Fuck, he always says it too.
He likes soul style games.
No, he likes
probably-
he likes the mystery of the world and stuff like that, and how you have to figure it all out in this challenge is what he's saying. Oh man, that's gonna bother the fuck out of me not knowing what that name is. Son of a bitch. It's I have so many words like jumbled in my head that I want to say, but I know none of them are applicable. I don't know. Anyway, he likes that type of shit. So if it comes to me, esoteric. There you go, esoteric. What about you, Jeremy? What you got to say about God of War?
I mean, I'd like it to be PS5 only, but I'm not holding my breath. You know what I mean? And I'm expecting it in March. I said why yesterday.
So you're expecting it in March.
You know why? Six out of seven God of Wars were released between March 3rd and March 20th.
That's my birthday.
That's
I
a
mean,
good birthday
even
present.
even even if God of War released on the PS4, like I have full confidence that Santa Monica Studio would deliver a great game, obviously.
Yeah,
And
look at what
even
Spider-Man did right off the bat, though. Too. I'd still like it to be PS5 only. I don't have any worries though.
yo, man, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Like when I saw Spider-Man Miles Morales on the PS5, at first, I didn't really like my brain didn't put together like how different the game was from the PS4 Spider-Man until I went back to play it. And when I went back to play the 2019 version of Spider-Man, it is such a night and day difference, man. Like I mean, the level of detail in the world and stuff like that, the lighting, everything, dude. And even with the DualSense controller, it makes it feel completely different, you know. Um, so even if the game did drop on PS4, God of War, like I really still feel like the game is going to be like I don't know, like a great experience. You know what I'm saying? I still think that we're going to see like at least to some extent, like a graphical leap in some ways. You know what I'm saying? Um, you know, I don't know. I'm not that concerned personally. I would love to see God of War on PS5. You know, like exclusively to PS5. Um, I want to see them push that shit to the max, yo. I really do.
I mean, me personally, I don't know what they could do. Job, you know, I'm going to save that, but yeah, I don't know what they could do to push it to be clear. So I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, I think if anything, man, um, just the fucking graphics alone, man. I mean, I think it's gonna be insane. Um, I mean, obviously, with the combat in God of War 2018, there was some things about it that I didn't like personally, but um, I mean, even if they just revamped some of the combat mechanics in God of War, uh, and like expanded on it a little bit more, like even if you were like able to use like more weapons, like different weapons and stuff like that, besides the blades and the axe, and then just up the resolution for the fucking game, not the resolution, but the graphics for the game. I mean, you know, you start implementing the DualSense features and the audio and all that shit.
Right, right.
I mean, huh?
I said, no, I'm listening. I'm saying, I said, right. Yeah. So, I
And I,
mean, I don't know what they could do, though. I have no idea what they're going to do. Bigger boss fights. Yeah, that was a big thing, too. Like, they kind of toned down the boss fights, and I think they didn't inherently tone it down. I think that with making a new fighting engine, yeah, something had to give. You know what I'm saying? That's what I believe has happened.
yeah, I mean, I think it was in Raising Kratos, that documentary. They even talked about like why they took out the jump button because it
I
would
didn't hear about that.
huh?
I didn't hear about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, they were talking about you
Shit
know,
would
just
make
how
things make less sense because it would be like, why don't he just jump to the top of the fucking mountain? Fucking
well,
Kratos, dude.
they didn't really go into specifics, you know, like in terms of like the actual technology or whatever at the time, but you know, they were just mentioning that it was going to overcomplicate the process, you know, trying to add the jump button into the game, especially being that they were
It,
already revamping the formula.
my guess is it has more to do with level. My guess it has more to do with level design than hardware limitations when the jump button was taken out. That's my guess. Like it just didn't need it.
I think they wanted to put it in there, you know, to kind of I don't know, I guess kind of like not pay homage, but continue on with some of the like similar formulas that they were going with the old games. Um, but I mean, just the way the game is designed, man. You know, like that very like over the shoulder, like visceral sort of like close camera combat. I mean, I don't
Yeah,
see how it would work. You know what I'm saying? Like it just because like in the old
yeah,
God of War games, um, the camera was always zoomed out, always. You know, and it was
yeah.
very dynamic. You know what I mean? So there were
It was a
sequences
little
where the
bit too
camera was
close.
like,
They need to just like pull it back just a little bit. The new God of War.
That was one of my gripes, to be honest with you.
Somebody
That the
went on
camera
my
was.
channel was like, "Oh, why don't you do that?" I was like, "Nigga, get off my fucking channel with that shit. If you can't play it, it's not for you." I was like, bro, like no game can't have any criticism. Like, get the fuck out of here, dude. Who are you? I was like, this dude, wow. I mean, there's things that they could do for sure, to make a better experience. And I think the close view, that's a developer's trick, by the way. Any predictions on a story? Oh, ooh, we can do that for the next like 9 minutes here. Predictions or 8 minutes? The predictions for the story. But oh yeah, so when the field of view is close, you're not rendering a lot of shit on the screen because it's so close to you. So that's a way to get a lot of details without tanking the frame rate. By the way, that's why a lot of console games have a very narrow field of view because you can't, it's not rendering a whole bunch of shit. Any take on the story? I do think, because that's a rumor, I do think that Atreus will be playable.
I think
I
Atreus will be gay.
I think he's gonna be gay.
Oh boy.
He be like, "Daddy, I like it. I like penis." No, but honestly, I think he's gonna be playable. I personally would love, because Atreus he's supposed to be Loki. He could transform. That would be cool for puzzle elements. I don't think they're gonna go that route. I think they're gonna keep it very simple because that would take a lot of time to kind of like render. He's gonna be playable. He did use the axe in one of the story beats. He said, "Really?" uh, David Jaffe was like saying, "What's the problem? How come Atreus can't be gay?"
Yo, Atreus is gonna be a knob gobbler, yo.
He is. He be like, "Ah,
I don't know, man. I don't know how, like, if they make Atreus playable in the game, like, how they would make that really work and be, like, actually fun. You know what I mean? Because,
Oh, he's agile. Like, you remember that fucking flip scene he had at the end of God of War 2018?
yeah, I don't know. I still think, like, if they're gonna make Atreus playable, they need to give him more of an arsenal to kind of work with. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of what makes me think that they might do, like, at least maybe like a bit of a time skip to where like Atreus is maybe a little bit older.
Yeah,
Kratos
that's
is
what I was thinking.
You said
Sorry.
that's what you were sucking?
No, that's what I was thinking. A type skip.
Oh.
I'm sorry, man. What? Go on, Ken.
oh, that's pretty much it, man. You know, because like right now, like in God of War 2018, Atreus was pretty like he was useful, obviously, but he had his weaknesses. You know what I'm saying? Like he couldn't just run into a battle like Kratos, and just destroy everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like he had his you know, like whatever, like using the what was it called? Not the rune magic, but they fucking called it something
Bow
else.
and arrow. Bow and
Yeah,
arrow.
but yeah,
Bow
no,
and
yeah,
The
but
arrows or whatever.
no, he was able to do like the summoning
The
magic. I
ruin
forgot
stone.
the rune summons. That's what it's
Yeah.
called. Yeah, the rune summons. Like he was able to summon like creatures into the game, that had different abilities and stuff like that. So he was powerful. Like it wasn't like Atreus wasn't like a powerful, character. But you could tell that he was obviously limited. So like if they make Atreus a playable character in the game, and make it good and actually fun, like I feel like they would have to do a time skip at least. You know what I'm saying?
I would like to
Um,
see him as like a teenager, like 15 or 16, but strong enough. Maybe you could switch to him as a character, and he's quicker,
Oh, maybe.
and be able to do double team team type uh moves and shit. You know what I mean?
How about
Toss dude
how
up in
about
the air and slam him down and shit. I don't know.
how about this? Kratos gives him the axe, the Leviathan axe, and Kratos uses Thor's hammer because the first thing we're gonna do in that game is beat the hell out of Thor.
I think
How
that'll be
about
the
that?
end of the game.
I don't
Oh,
think it'll be
really?
the end. I don't think it'll be the
I
end of the
think you
game.
might fight. You might fight Frey at the beginning. I think.
No, it doesn't. Oh, never mind. Well, the secret ending. Thor comes to Kratos. You don't think that'll be the first fight we do?
No.
I think the game will lead up to that.
No, I don't.
I think it'll
maybe.
be. I think it'll be. I don't think it'll be like the first fight that you do, but I don't think it'll be
There's
the end
always
fight
a
either.
huge boss fight at the beginning, though. I think it might be Freya. Is that
I
her name?
think. Yeah,
Yeah.
Freya. I
Yeah,
think they're
Freya.
gonna
I think it
use
might be
Thor's.
Freya.
I think they're gonna kind of use Thor's fight to kind of like transition from the other game to like what they're doing with the new one. So like maybe the early story beats of the game are going to be like more focused on, um, like getting up to like that section, that part at the end of the game, God of War 2018. Um, and then I think you're gonna just beat the fuck out of them and just keep it moving, yo. To be honest.
It's possible that Kratos will die, and I heard a theory, right?
That's actually what I was thinking might happen. He might
Kratos
die
will
to
die. 'Cause
Thor.
you know that nigga always dying and coming back to life
Yeah.
somehow.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Yeah,
Yeah,
the first
3,
game,
I
he
was like,
literally
well,
crawls
that's
out of
the end of
hell.
that.
In the first game, he literally crawls out of hell. So Kratos dying
The,
is not
the
enough.
third fucking like killed or
Bro.
stabbed himself and threw himself off Mount Olympus or whatever. I was like, well, that's the end of that chapter.
No, I don't. I don't think he dies. I don't think he legit dies on 3. I
Bro,
think
he literally
survives him.
crawled out of
Well,
hell
he
in
obviously
2018,
didn't, but I thought he did.
Oh yeah, everyone thought he did. Yeah.
I think that he will die, and that will be his way to go to Asgard. He would die honorably, and that will be his way to go to Asgard. That's what I heard as a theory.
And then he'll fight his way out of Asgard. Bring it back old school. He fought himself out of hell, what, 3 times? 3 times?
Yo, he literally
at
fought
least-
fought
at
himself
least
out of
2.
hell, and yo, he literally came out of hell in God of War 2018 again.
The sisters of fate cannot hold me, and you, Zeus. I was like, shut your ass up. You too loud. Quiet, Kratos.
Yo, I really want to see. I want to see like Kratos get like legitimately mad in the new God of War. You know what I mean? Like to the point where he's just like destroying everybody. You know what I'm saying? I wonder what they're gonna do with the Spartan Rage and the new
Well,
God of War.
Would go against his character development though. 'Cause that's all he was in the first 3 games. It's always angry.
Yeah, but you know
yeah,
what I think
always
they're
yelling
gonna
at
do?
people. Ah!
You know what I think they're gonna do? I think what they're gonna do, they kind of did this in God of War 2018. Instead of making like Kratos like just blindly angry all the time, obviously he's gonna have a control on it. I think what they're gonna do is like write it into the story. You know what I'm saying? Like that part when you were in Alfheim, I think it was with the elves in 2018. They took Atreus. Like
Yeah.
remember when they flew down and grabbed him and like Kratos got
Yeah.
like pissed off. He's like,
Oh yeah.
I'm sorry,
and he threw his.
I was quiet because I was ordering pizza.
It would have to take a significant event for Kratos to get off the rails angry.
Make a man trim his beard and shit. No, he gonna look ugly, yo.
Yo, honestly, I think they're gonna lean into that, man. I think with this new God of War, they're probably gonna do like some crazy shit with his beard and like some crazy design, Nordic
you mean
design.
like
I think it's gonna look dope.
Is he gonna look like Ross from
Yeah,
Horizon?
yeah.
He's gonna be braided,
Yeah, he's gonna look like that.
and then they're gonna play my favorite song. They should have Macy Gray do a cover for Horizon Forbidden West.
I'm with logical nonsense though. He does need to groom better. He needs to get that shit. Yeah, he needs that shit real symmetrical.
Try to walk away and I struggle.
Yeah, logical nonsense. Yeah,
Oh yeah, he
Spartan
never
Rage wasn't
He's
ever-
pissed all the time, dude.
Yeah,
Like, he's always yelling like, "Oh, you fucking destroyed me!"
He was mad.
Every game,
He was mad.
always mad.
What are you doing?
Always yelling at people.
Only fire.
He's calm in the new one, man. He's calm as fuck. Before he just yelled at the top of his young lungs from the beginning of the goddamn game to the end. Every
He was
time.
killing people. That's why he was almost a killer.
Yeah, he was slaughtering motherfuckers.
He was almost
dude.
killed Atreus. Mind your tongue, boy. Fuck,
Yeah, he
kick
started
your
losing a
ass.
little
I
bit
was
there,
like,
and then he was
shit.
like, "Wait, I'm about to snap this dude in half."
That's
Yo,
his
I
little-
remember.
that's his
I
little
remember
boy.
in.
How do you know? Shut the fuck up.
I remember in God of War Ascension, man. They kind of changed the Spartan Rage a little bit.
I hated that.
And I remember when I saw that demo for the first time when they did it in that gameplay section, and they zoomed in on his face, and you could see his face twitching. He's like,
I was like, oh shit, he would have fucked somebody up, yo. But
Yo,
anyway,
That was the only God of War with multiplayer too.
it was, yeah, it was.
it was innovative, but I don't the isometric view kind of fucked it up to me. But we are going to conclude this. I hope you guys had some fun with this. Definitely appreciate you guys joining in. I had fun hanging out with you guys. You guys have been wonderful. I know, Buck, you were already probably watching Thrash's show anyway, and that was a long ass show. I was driving from the airport.
Yeah, it was. I was there too.
I was driving from the airport and shit like that. I was like, damn, 3 hours. God darn.
I haven't had a chance to watch it yet.
He had Peter Rock. He had Peter Rock's brother on there.
Yeah, I know,
No, we
Dark
got-
Dark.
we
I
got-
saw that.
Yeah, and Peter Rock jumped in for a while there too. It was pretty fun.
Oh, you should. You already know I'm about to watch this shit.
I was gonna message you about it, but then we started like right after.
No,
by the time
fuck
that shit
that
ended.
shit. I
So.
don't
Welcome,
man,
YouTube.
Nope.
My family, my friends.
Always eating on the fucking mic. Whatever he's fucking.
He's always drinking that orange juice, yo. I'm like wonder what the hell that is, man.
But anyway, thank you guys for tuning in. If you haven't, 4 hours of yelling, when, you know.
Like 12 hours.
But
12 hours of yelling.
But thank you so much, guys, for watching it.
Zeus, your son has returned,
4 hours of
and I
great
bring destruction of Olympus.
destruction of Olympus. Anyway, so I gotta get the tone because I haven't.
Yo,
seen it
I got a
in while.
meme for that for the Discord, dude. I got one perfect one.
But yeah, thank you so much. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. And then jump
Join
in
the Discord, guys.
Yeah, join the Discord. So you can win the fucking Ratchet and Clank or $70, one or the other. But peace out, guys.
Yo, Ken, check the Discord.
All right.
Oh no.